A very good day, dear students. In this video you shall learn about the basics of fabrication process, the different types of joining process, that is welding, the basics of welding, the basic essential different types of welding, the brazing process and the soldering process. Also you shall see about the various differences in all the three: welding, brazing and soldering process. So this shall cover a part of your fourth module of the subject elements of mechanical engineering. In this video we shall see about composite materials. It is an introduction to composite materials and the topics that are covered in module 4 for applications and usage of composite materials. So composite materials are classified as macroscopic combination of two or more physically distinct identifiable materials. So we can classify them as PMC, that is polymer matrix composites, MMC metal matrix composites, and CMC ceramic matrix composites based on the matrix material. Similarly, based on reinforcement, we can classify them as fiber reinforced composites, that is FRCs, whisker reinforced composites and particulate reinforced composites. Other special class of composites that are generally defined as natural composites and carbon matrix composites. So matrix is a monolithic material into which the reinforcement is embedded or kept in a desired pattern, and it is completely continuous. So the matrix serves two major purposes, that is binding the reinforcement phases in place, and second one, deforming to distribute the stresses along the constituent reinforcement. So all the stress distribution will be uniform because of the matrix. So matrices may need to have properties for temperature variations, they should be conductors or resistors of electricity, they should have moisture sensitivity, etc. So these properties will be required by the matrices. They may offer weight advantages like better weight properties, ease of handling, and other merits which may also become applicable depending on the purpose for which the matrices are chosen. So we have a polymer matrix composite. So polymer matrix composites are most commonly used and are least expensive. They are very easy to manufacture or process and they offer good mechanical properties. They may be of thermoplastics or thermosets. They are commonly used as the most commonly used are epoxy, polyester, urethane, etc. Then we have metal matrix composites. Metal matrix composites, most metals and alloys make the matrix. So they also make good matrices. Commonly used metals are aluminum, copper, magnesium, nickel, iron, etc. So the metal matrix have high elastic properties, high service temperature and high electric and thermal conductivities. Next we have ceramic matrices. So ceramic has high melting point and good corrosion resistance. It is stable at high temperatures and has a high compressive strength. Ceramic matrix is usually brittle. The commonly used ceramics are alumina, silicon, calcium, aluminosilicate. The next part in the composite is reinforcement. So reinforcement are the composites and can be fibers, fabrics, particles or whiskers. So fibers are essentially characterized by one very long axis with Other two axes is either often circular or near circular. So particles have no preferred orientation, and so they do not have any preferred shape. Whiskers have a preferred shape but are small both in diameter and length as compared to the fibers. Reinforcing constituents in composites, as the like the word indicates, provide strength. Especially the strength part comes from the reinforcing constituents, and it makes the composites what the composite is actually is. They also serve certain additional purposes like heat resistance, conductivity, resistance to corrosion, providing better rigidity, etc. Reinforcement can be made to perform all or one of these functions as per the requirements of the composite material. Next is fiber reinforced composites. So fiber reinforced composites consists of either continuous or chopped fibers that are suspended in the matrix material. A continuous fiber is geometrically characterized as having high length to diameter ratio and are generally stronger and stiffer. Discontinuous fibers or whiskers have either random or preferred orientation. So fibers are generally polymers or ceramics. Example: glass, aramid, carbon, boron, metal wires, alumina, etc. Next is laminated composite. So one of the unique characteristics of fiber reinforcement or reinforced composite is that their properties can be tailored to meet the different types of loading conditions. So if the layers of fiber reinforced composites are stacked or bonded together in such a way that the successive layers have their fibers aligned in different directions, then the composite on the whole will have very high strength, and it will have uniform properties in all the directions. So this is achieved in a laminated composite. Next is particulate composites. So a particulate composite consists of particles suspended in a matrix. So particles can have virtually any shape, size or configuration. Typically a particulate material are silicon carbide, alumina, boron carbide and tungsten carbide, etc. For effective reinforcement and better properties, the particles should be small and uniform in size. They should be evenly distributed throughout the matrix, and the volume fraction of the two phases influences the behavior of composites, with mechanical properties being enhanced with the increased particulate content. Next is flake composites. A flake composite is generally composed of flakes with the large ratio of area to thickness suspended in a matrix material. A typical flake material is glass, mica, aluminum and silver. Here in this slide you can see the various types. First one is particulate composite. The second one is short and long fibers or flakes. Third one, C, you can see the fibers. They are aligned in different directions. And then at the bottom right you can see the different layers of composites. They are structured one above the other in order to get superior strength. So this is an electron microscope image of the composite material. You can see the woven fibers and its cross section on the left hand side, and on the right hand side you can see flake shaped composite material. So advantage: it has high strength or stiffness to the weight ratio. It has high resistance to fatigue, it has high corrosion resistance, it has high impact resistance, it has improved friction and wear properties, it has low coefficient of thermal expansion. Design flexibility is better, it has better dimensional stability and greater reliability. There are very fewer inspections and structural repairs in the composite materials. Just like advantages, we have certain disadvantages as well to the composites. We shall see what they are in the next slide. So these are the disadvantages. They are more brittle, they have low toughness, they have high manufacturing cost, they are anisotropic property, they have low recyclability, they are difficult to repair. The composites, they have high cost for the raw materials. Transverse properties may be weak. In the desired direction they may have better properties, but in the transverse directions the properties may not be so better. Reuse and disposal of the composite material may be difficult. So applications, they are used in aerospace industries. So most of the structural weight of airplanes and helicopters consists of advanced fiber reinforced polymers. They are used in automobile industries. The automotive body panels for cars, trucks, cabs, etc. are manufactured from composite material. They are used for structures for satellites and for space shuttles. In sports and recreation, all the boat hulls, fishing rods, tennis rackets, golf clubs, shafts, helmets, skis, bows, arrows, etc. are made from composite material. Jet engine and jet fan blades are manufactured from composite material. Superconductors in reactors are manufactured from composite material. Battery plates, storage of battery plates are manufactured from composite material. High temperature structures and engine components, they are also manufactured from composite materials. Storage tanks, scrubbers, pipes, piping materials, piping equipments, piping peripherals, pumps, blowers that are used in chemical industries, all these are manufactured using the composite material technique. So in aircraft industry, composite materials give good structural strength with the light weight. It leads to improved fuel efficiency and reduced operating cost of the aircrafts. Most aircraft structures are made from CFRP, GFRPs or carbon sandwich composites. GFRP means graphite fiber reinforced polymers. CFRP forms for carbon fiber reinforced polymers. Components such as wings and tails of aircraft as well as propellers, rotors are made from these composites. High temperature resistant and lightweight composite materials, that is CMC, are used in aircraft applications. CMCs are used throughout combustor, turbine, exhaust nozzle, etc. CMCs allow high operating temperature, low, which favors greater combustion efficiency leading to reduced fuel consumption. Automobile applications. So the main advantage of composite material is that their physical, mechanical and thermal properties are tailor made, or we can change the properties. So the most of the automobile parts are made of metal matrix composites. Since metal matrix composites can be extruded, forged, rolled, machined and heat treated. The various parts made of metal matrix composites are engine components like piston rings, cylinder liners, disc brakes, clutch plates, and drive shaft components. The automobile bodies are made of glass fiber reinforced polymer composites due to its lightweight and low cost. So here you can see an aircraft and the various parts of the aircraft that are manufactured using a composite material. You can just check each part has a different composite material through which the aircraft is made. So this is metal matrix composite parts, the various engine parts that are manufactured using composites. So this slide shows the FRP structured tower and the car body developed by AFC in graphite fiber reinforced polymer. You can see the cross section of the body. So application of composite materials in aircraft industries. In the previous slide we have seen the different parts. This slide just explains the same. The aircraft spoilers that is manufactured using the composite material. In this slide you can see the various composite parts that are used. This slide shows you the various composite items that are used in the aircraft and their composition. 50% of the composites are used, steel 10%, titanium 15%, aluminum 20%. And in composites, which is the major part, it is also mentioned. The various composite parts used in the automobile industries is explained, is shown in the slide. You can just read through it. The various composite parts used in the automobile industries is explained, is shown in the slide. You can just read through it. This slide shows the various equipments that are used in sports, and all these are manufactured using the composite, different type of composite material, composite technique. In this slide you can see the various composite parts that are used. Some examples for composite materials used in humans. The wind turbine is also made from a composite material. It is a very lengthy blade. Each blade is very lengthy. It has to withstand heavy loads and wind pressure, wind loads. It is also manufactured from composite material. You can see the example in the slide. So in marine applications also we use composite materials. Some of the examples shown below. This is an example for the military application wherein the composites are used. Tanks, bulletproof vest, submarines. again military applications in military warfare aircrafts it is used. Yeah, with this we come to the end of this video. Thank you all.